Welcome to SNG and good afternoon. If you've already subscribed, thank you. If you haven't, consider it. I think subscribing does nothing but put you in. If you hit your subscribe button, it shows you everybody that you've subscribed to so that you can get back to a channel that you want to watch. So you won't be notified unless you smash that bell. And if you want to be notified, the next time I make fun of my fat bastard buddy Jones, that's all you have to do, and it'll actually let you know the next time we put out a video. So, this is a video about balancing motorcycle tires. And it's not going to be hugely detailed. I'm going to give you a 10,000 foot kind of view of options. And there's basically two types of motorcycle balancing tools. Probably more than two, but the two most popular ones are static balancers and dynamic balancers. And dynamic balancers are the ones that you see your wheel chucked in and it spins at higher speeds, it gives you a little bit more options, may do a little better job. Although I've heard, jump on YouTube, you'll hear 50 different stories. But I have a static balancer, and what they do with the static balancer is these are actually the same balancers that they use for super bikes. I mean, that are doing 200 plus miles an hour. So my thought is, if they're good enough for a super bike, what's up, buddy? They're surely good enough for me to do 60 to 80 miles an hour down the freeway, or every now and then busting over 100 just to do it. So this is a great alternative. They're cheap. I think you can get one on Amazon for, I don't know, 38 bucks. You can pick one up at Harbor Freight. You can get, the next model up, up to 80 or 90 bucks if you want to. So I figured I'd go over what a static balancer is, how it works, and then have Jones actually do a balance live so that you can see it done. So what a static balancer is it is a stand that has some ball bearing rollers here. It has a bubble indicator here that wherever you set this up to balance your tire, you'll adjust your 4 feet to get the bubble right in the center. There's a small center circle, alignment circle, so you want everything level. So once that's set up and you're level, it comes with a rod, and that rod is what sticks through your tire. And when you're going to take your wheel off, you're going to take your spacers off, you're going to bring your wheel over after you put your tire on. You're going to bring your wheel over, and you're just going to have 2 bearings in the end. And you will take one of these off, slide this through your wheel, slide this side on, cinch it up tight, so that it doesn't have any slop to where you're in both of your bearings. And take an Allen wrench, snug it down a little bit so that it stays secure. This is just an O-ring here. And I'm not sure, honestly, I don't know what the O-ring is for. Maybe someone can tell me. I've never used them. But once your wheel is in there, you can set your wheel right on this. And you'll set it right in the center of the static balancer. And I do spray some graphite. It's just what I use on these bearings. I guess if you keep it covered up, we get dusted out in here. We're grinding and welding and stuff like that. So I'll use some graphite. I think it makes these wheels spin a little bit better than using a silicone or a light oil. And so anyhow, once your wheel's on there, one thing you want to watch is when your wheel's on, you don't want to put any pressure down against this bar, or leave this bar in your tire and set it down and have it accidentally fall over and bend that bar. Because once that bar gets bent, the integrity of this machine goes to nothing. So once your tire's on there, what's going to happen is typically you'll have to take all your weights off of your tire, and your tire is, you know, if you just put it on and take your hands off of it, you don't spin it or anything, you just take your hands off of it and your tire will automatically roll to the heavy side pointing at 6 o'clock down. And at that point you'll know that the light side is at 12. I will show you. I should have had these already pulled out, but we use a couple different types of weights depending on what we're working on. We have these, and you can get them in different, you know, different weights. This happens to be 1/4 ounce pieces. They have a sticky back, and on a laced wheel with some chrome, a painted wheel, a cast wheel. These can stick on the wheel around the edge, and they do a nice job, and they do stay. I haven't had any fall off yet. The other way you can do it is they make a couple different types of these style weights. These weights are for spoked bikes, and my fingers aren't working real well today. A couple different ones. They make metal ones like this, just steel ones that you can put on, and you kind of knock them, and you knock them up into your adjustment of your spoke, and it stays. This does the same thing, except it has a set screw, so you can put that up. So these happen to be made out of brass. Or some type of a brass material, and these are out of metal, and they come in different weights from, you know, 1.5 ounces down to 1/4 ounce and even lighter. So that's the weights that you put on your spoke, or you stick to your tire if it doesn't, or your rim if it doesn't have spokes. So once you get some weights on, you'll try some weights, and then you don't have to spin the tire, just move that tire in any position you want and let it go. And it will slowly, you know, the more it's out of balance, the faster it'll roll back. And you don't have to let it, you know, it'll do this stuff back and forth and gradually. I mean, it takes a long time. So if you don't want to wait all that time, just, you know, move it a little bit, get it to the bottom, move it a little bit and see if it stays. Move it and see if it stays. If it doesn't, put a little bit more weight on it. The goal is, once you have enough weight at the light spot, this wheel will then stay wherever you put your weights. You know, 3 o'clock, it'll stay at 3 o'clock. 2 o'clock, it'll stay at 2 o'clock, and that is a nicely balanced tire. And then they have other ones that have little bars and things that you can actually check the trueness of the rim itself. And I'm talking about balancing a rim that's a good rim, that's not, you know, you didn't just lace it and you need to true everything up. That's a different stand. This is just for balancing. So Jones is going to go ahead and balance a tire for us, show us what the deal is, and we'll get to that in just a second.
And an Allen wrench.
Jones, what the hell is going on?
Well, we got our weights in for the tire, and they're nice and shiny brass ones. So I took one off, and we're gonna put the heaviest one on there and see what happens. These come with set screws. So we're gonna put one on there. Zeus, you smell them other dogs on me? Is that what you smell? So, we'll put it. I don't know if I can get that one on there. It's too big. Can't get it past the spoke. Okay. We'll try this one.
So you put a big one in the middle then?
I got a big one there.
What I'm doing is moving this over a little bit, stopping it, and see if it pulls back to center. It looks like it's still a little heavy there. Let's see what happens there.
So it's still heavy down there.
Mm-hmm. It sure is. So what
I
I do,
say take one.
pop one of those others off and put another big one on. If it's too much, we'll start to weight it down. So that's all we're going to do is weight this side until hopefully we can get it to almost stop in any position. Big
You
difference.
think that's heavier than that? That's not a big one. That's a
I'd go with the big one.
this one.
Whichever, yeah. Why not? What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? Buddy?
Wonder what these weigh.
I don't know. I think 2 ounces, ounce and a half was the biggest one in the pack. If I'm not mistaken. Here, jump over here, big guy. Get you a little place to lay down here. Lay down here. Good boy. She's coming back a little bit, but she's almost there.
I'd say I'd leave her there.
I think I'd leave her right there.
I'd leave her right there.
See, wherever I stop it now, it
definitely.
stays at that spot. That is exactly, and someone correct me if I'm wrong, from what I hear and what I've read, the super bikes that they're racing 200 plus miles an hour, this is exactly how they balance their tires. They're not spun balance or anything like that. So I would cinch those down. I think you're ready to check your bearings. And
I say we do it.
I think we're good on the tire change and balance video. We'll close this one out, huh?
I'll check the air pressure, make sure we didn't leak down any. I didn't poke a hole in that old tube anywhere, but I think we're in good shape.
That's right. So, appreciate you watching. If you ride them, wrench them, but only if you want to. See ya.
See ya. All right, I'm gonna cinch them down.